Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. I have not recorded in a while, but I finished putting together a diaper cake for a friend of mine who purchased the diaper cake for her daughter's baby shower. It is a kind of like fiesta themed. So we used a llama for the topper of the diaper cake, and but my daughter-in-law pretty much helped me because she is the one that shared a pattern that she found on Pinterest for this little cactus applique. And I will share the link to this pattern. I believe the blogger's name or the website name is The Cookie Snob, and there is a Cactus Applique. And I made some of these and I hot glued these on the ribbon around the diapers. And I will have to share a picture with you guys, but I want to share this really quick with you guys, this little cactus applique that you can embellish it with a pom-pom. You have to make your little pom-poms. You can embellish it with decorative buttons such as this little ladybug button. You can also embellish it with a little flower, any color of your choice, and then you can hot glue a little bead on in the center of the flower. You can also add a bigger flower, and I'll show you how to make this flower. Of course, this flower I found a pattern online, and I will share that with you as well. But right now we're going to make this. This is what we're going to make, the little cactus applique. Okay. This particular one was made with just one strand of yarn, so I'm going to use two. I made like about 40 or 50 of these using the double strand for my daughter-in-law. She will be having a baby soon, and her baby shower is a llama and cactus thing. So here I'm going to make a slip knot, guys. Now again, if you do not know how to make a slip knot, you can go to my videos or to my recordings and you will find how to make a slip knot. I'm going to be using here, you can't even see, but it's a G hook. It is a G hook. You can use any size hook as you want depending on the size of the cactus you want it to be. So I'm going to show you all how to make this cactus really quick. So we are going to chain 11. If you want it bigger, then chain up 14 or 16, however you want. But I'm going to chain 11 because that's what the pattern, how the pattern is written. So there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, again, I'm using 2 strands of yarn because I want my cactus to be a little more stiff, yes, instead of it being kind of like flimsy, I guess. I like them more stiff. So, all right, we chained 11. Okay, so now you're going to make 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So this is the working chain or the working loop. This is the first chain to the hook, second chain to the hook. So insert your hook in there and make your single crochet. If you don't know how to make a single crochet, then I also have a tutorial for that as well. And now you're going to make a single crochet into the next 8 chains. So there's 1. Kind of hard when you're crocheting with 2 strands, especially with a small hook. That's 2, pull up, 3, that's 4, it's 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now you have 1 chain left, and in that chain, which is this one, this is the slip knot right here. This is the last chain. You're going to insert your hook in that chain and make 1 single crochet. Then I want you to go back into this chain and make 2 more single crochets. So that's 1 and 2. So you have made 3 single crochets in that last chain. So now what it did, it kind of helped turn our work. So we're on the opposite side of the stitches, right? So now I will just use my fingers here, my thumb and my finger here, to hold this into the back, because we're gonna hide it. So here, this was the last chain, right? So now here you can see the little opening, the little openings right here. This is what they say, they call it the unused loops or chains. So you're going to insert your hook in there, keeping this loose yarn, the strands of yarn, right over your hook, and then you're going to yarn over the hook, and you're going to pull through that unused loop or chain, yarn over the hook, and draw through those 2 loops, making sure that this stays inside, like in between the stitches. You don't have to, you can always go back and you can just stitch these on with a tapestry needle, but I prefer to do this. Okay, so I already did 1, go into the next one. That's 2 single crochets. Go into the next unused loops or chain. Make your 3rd single crochet. Go into that next one. Make your 4th. Oops, I gotta try to grab that yarn. It's because I'm using 2 strands. Go into the next one. You can see where to insert the hook, see right here? Pull up. Next one, I believe there should be a total of 9 that you're supposed to make all the way to the end. Okay. And the next one. Remember, you're just working on the opposite side of the chain. And then here's the last one, I believe. Pull up. And I believe there should be a total of 9 single crochets after you made the 3 singles in that last chain. So we can count. You can see that they look like little V's, so you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This 1, 2, and 3 was in the last chain. So now take your hook, hard using 2. Okay, come on. Remember guys, we're just here to have some fun, okay? Let's see if I can make this tutorial quick as possible. Okay, so when you get here guys, so that this won't be in your way, you just take this loose end and just snip it. Okay, then you are going to insert your hook into that first single crochet you made at the beginning of the round, and you're going to make a slip stitch. If you don't know how to make a slip stitch, I also have a tutorial for that. And then chain 1. Okay, so now you're going to insert your hook into that same stitch as the join. Insert your hook in there. Remember, I'm using 2 strands of yarn, so sometimes it's kind of hard to see if you're pretty much inserting the hook right through. So here we're going to make 1 single crochet. So that's 1, and then 1 single crochet in the next 3 for a total of 4. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This was the very first one I made, remember? As I inserted the hook into the first stitch as the join when I made the slip knot. Then I said 1, 2, and 3. So actually, you know, you're making 4 single crochets in a row. And then here, you're gonna chain up 8. And don't chain too tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the reason why I say not to crochet too tight, because now you're going to turn your chain upside down and you're going to make a half double crochet into the back, this little hump. See this little hump? They call it a camel stitch, or a it's just like a little hump. Okay, you can see it. So it's like in the back of the chain. So just turn your chain upside down and you can see them. Half double crochet. If you don't know how to make a half double crochet, I also have a tutorial for that. So you're gonna yarn over the hook, and then you're gonna count. This is the first, I'm gonna call it a camel stitch. 1, 2, and then into that third one, you're gonna insert your hook into that third camel stitch. And that's why I say don't crochet tight, so that you can insert your hook in there. You're gonna yarn over the hook and you're gonna pull up. So now you have those 3 loops, yarn over the hook and draw through all of them. That's a half double crochet. So that's what we did. That's why we're chaining 8. So now we're gonna yarn over the hook again. Insert your hook into that back camel stitch right there. Yarn over and pull up, and then make your half double. Now we're going to crochet 1, 2, 3. These 3 loops, these 3 camel stitches, we're gonna half double crochet them together. And to do that, you have to yarn over the hook, insert your hook into that back camel stitch, yarn over the hook and pull up, yarn over the hook again, go into the next camel stitch, yarn over the hook and pull up again. See all your loops, yarn over the hook, and we're going into that third one because we're going to do half double crochet 3 together, and then pull up and yarn over the hook. And this is the tricky part, because you're going to have to try to take your hook right into all those loops, and I did it. So look at that. Sometimes I have problems, but I got it. Yarn over the hook, both like that, And then here's your last camel stitch right here, or the hump stitch. Yarn over the hook and make 1 half double crochet, like so. Pull a little bit. Now into this next unused stitch, insert your hook and make 1 single crochet. And then 1 single crochet in the next 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So actually we crocheted, after we finished the little cactuses, the limb here, we made 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then, gotta pull up some yarn. Here's the next stitch here. Insert your hook right through those loops. Remember, I'm using double strand, so sometimes I'm not sure if I'm inserting it completely through the loops. So here you are going to make 3 single crochets in that same stitch. So here's 1, go back into that same stitch, that's 2, go back in there, and 3. Now insert your hook into the next stitch and make 1 single crochet, and then 1 in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. So then here we're going to chain up 7 loosely, not too loose but not too tight either. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Turn your chain upside down, yarn over the hook, skip, let me see, the first hump stitch or camel stitch, second, and then into this third one you're going to make a half double crochet. Yarn over the hook, go into the next camel stitch or the back stitch of the chain, make a half double crochet. Yarn over the hook, go into that next camel stitch, make 1 half double, yarn over the hook and go back into that same camel stitch, make your second half double, yarn over the hook, insert it in there again, and make your third half double. So you're actually making 3 half doubles into that back stitch. Yarn over the hook, so you have 2 camel stitches left, so you're going to go into that camel stitch, make a half double, yarn over the hook and into that last one, which is right there, you can see it, see, and make another half double. Right here, guys, you see, this is what happens when you're using double strand. And then this is not the best yarn, this is not quality yarn, I guess you can say. I think this is Red Heart, and I don't think it's the best. Again, that's my opinion. There we go. So now, this unused stitch here, we're going to insert the hook there, yarn over, pull up, and we're going to make a single crochet. That's one. And then you're going to make one single crochet into the next 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have completed a little cactus applique. Of course, again, I used double strand, so this is a little more stiff versus this one. And you can make your cactuses in any color you want. I thought I'd use this one for anyone that maybe is just learning to crochet. It's kind of hard to learn crocheting with dark colors. So here to complete your little cactus, just make a chain. Okay. And leave about, I would say about 7-8 inches. It depends. You're gonna stitch some of this loose yarn in the back of the applique just to secure it. So here, just pull up. Maybe use your hands. Okay, tighten it up. Turn your work. This is the back of the Cactus Applique. Take a tapestry needle if I can find mine. Uh-oh, I need to buy myself some with a bigger eye. This is the part that's hard for me. So just insert it in there. Like so. And then just take your needle and just kind of go through the back loops of the wrong side of the cactus and just pull, not too much because you don't want to lose its shape of the cactus. And then just go the opposite way. All you're doing is just securing your little cactus. And then just pull if I can. There we go. And that's it. And then just give it a little snip. And there, guys, there's the little cactus. And then again, like I said, if you want to embellish it with a decorative button, be creative, stitch it wherever you want. You can stitch it, you can hot glue it, you can put a little flower, like so. Maybe hot glue a little bead in the center. You can use different colors, and then you can use, you can stitch these little cactuses on anything you want. And again, it's real stiff, you see that? Perfect. I can show you how to make a little flower, but that will be the next tutorial. Or if y'all want me to show you really quick, I can do it. Let me see if we can do it really quick. I'm gonna take some of this yarn right here. So here, I believe I have a tutorial for a magic circle. And the same lady that made the cactus shared the link to this little flower. Now I made a magic circle because that's what she did. And I believe the pattern, uh-oh, gotta do it again, guys. I gotta do it again. Magic circle. Again, I have a tutorial for the magic circle, I believe, and I pretty much show you how to do it in a different way than how I'm doing it right now. It's a little more easier. Oh, you can also put a pom-pom, guys, a little pom-pom right there. I would have to make a tutorial how to make pom-poms, these little pom-poms. My daughter-in-law's the one that made these pom-poms for her little cactuses. So here, to make this flower like this, I'm gonna make a small one. What the crocheter did was she made a single crochet into the ring. Then she chained up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then she inserted her hook into the ring, turned over the hook, pulled up, and she made a slip stitch. Chained up again. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, and 8. It's because I have to take some yarn because it's okay. Then she takes her hook, inserts it into that ring again, yarns over the hook and pulls up, and then she just takes this here, this loop, and pulls it through the other loop. That's a slip stitch. And then she chained up again. 8. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7, and 8. She goes back into that ring. And she pulls up and pulls right through. Let's see if I can do this without, there we go. Then she continues making 8 chains until you reach the desired amount of petals that you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8. Then, so far we have how many? We have 1, 2, 3 loops. Here's 4. I'm just gonna do 4, and then we'll close it, and that way you can get an idea. And then she makes a slip stitch, like so. Then she takes the loose strand of yarn, this one here. Of course, you gotta get. Let me. Oh, great. Sorry, guys. I'm telling you, man. I don't have much space on my desk here. Sorry about that. Okay, she takes. This is the working. It's kind of tricky with these, but this is the working yarn that's connected to your ball of yarn, right? This little piece right here. She pulls it, and she's gonna close it. Okay. Now, she says it's optional. You can make a slip stitch into that first single crochet you made, or just leave it at that. But anyway, you see I have 4 little loops because that's all I decided to make. But I already closed it, so just give it a little tug, this loose one here, to tighten it up. And then just chain 1, like so, and then cut, and then pull up, and there you go. I made 4 little loops. kind of funky, huh? I'll just have to make another tutorial. Anyway, this particular one has 8 loops. So if you continue adding more loops into that ring, it'll look like this. And you make your little flower. And she uses a 3.00 millimeter lens, but I'm sorry, I'm over here thinking about photography. I do photography too, guys, just that's why I'm thinking about a lens. A 3.00 millimeter hook. I don't have one, so I used this one. But if you want your flower smaller, then you would, maybe instead of chaining up 8, you can chain up 5. Instead of 8 petals, maybe 5 petals, okay? But I'll make a tutorial for this flower, but you know what? I will just share the link. I will share the link to this flower below the video, below the tutorial. And again, guys, just have some fun. Make these little cute cactuses and embellish whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. I will share some pictures of my the diaper cake I made for a friend, and I hot glued these on. And of course, I made some little flowers, but I made my own little flower, another flower that I made, my little pattern. I did not use this pattern, but I just hope you guys had some fun, guys. And thank you so much. And I'm gonna do my best to record at least once or twice a week. I'm gonna do my best. I know I keep saying that, but boy, my day is filled with many tasks, with many duties. I am a mom, I am a grandmother, I have a husband that is a recovering quadriplegic, and I have been his caregiver, and all my time is spent taking care of him, but he's getting better and independent, so I'm making more time to do things for myself and things that I like to do. So if you have any friends that would like to crochet, that want to learn, please share my channel with them. Please subscribe, and I'm gonna try to share more things with you guys, okay? In the meantime, have yourselves a great day, and God bless. Bye-bye.